Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 316. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to go ahead and click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. You can join me on camera, shoot the breeze, promote your business, etc., etc. So let's get started. Let me put on my specs. Move my keyboard. All right. So today is a very iffy day because of the weather we might get. Of course, you already know if you're a parent that the schools are closed. Durham Center for Senior Life is closed because they follow the schedule of the schools. So when I announce events, I'm just going to say that they're scheduled. They might not happen because who knows what's going to happen in the next hour or so. I've been watching. If you want to watch the best online, ongoing, live weather reporting, Ryan Hall, y'all, is my favorite by far. And so far, he said we're getting higher winds right now in Durham, but nothing to be worried about right now. I think Maryland and Virginia are getting some really bad storms, and they might even be getting some tornadoes. But for us right now, um, so far, he said, and he did say Durham. He didn't say Raleigh, Durham. He said Durham. He says we're definitely getting high winds right now. So just keep your eye on it. Check the your weather apps, and also go to YouTube and check out Ryan Hall, y'all. He's, like I said, the best. Alrighty, so I'm going to the word page, and let's look at a couple of things. Um, the Durham County. I can hear the wind picking up for sure because I have my front door open. Whoa. Anyway, let me just continue. So there is a vacancy. Actually, there are four vacancies with the city. So if you're interested, if you always wanted to give back or you have special knowledge or you just think this sounds like fun, check this out. The City of Durham. They encourage us, regular folks, to take part on boards and commissions and committees. So there are four vacancies. There's one on the Durham City County Environmental Affairs Board, the Durham Cultural Advisory Board, the Durham Open Space and Trails Commission, and then there's one on the Participatory Budgeting Steering Committee, and that's determining how the money gets spent. So if you're interested in any of those, then you go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the word page, and then you'll scroll down. You'll see the calendar where it says City of Durham. That's where I'm talking about. There's a link there where you can click. You can find out more, and also find out what will be expected of you if you do join one of these boards, committees, or commissions. And of course, they tell you how to do so. And you want the city to know by end of day Wednesday that you're interested in filling one of these vacancies. All righty. Let's see. Now, one thing I've been pointing out, and I won't be promoting this for long because this ends at the month's end, March 31st, which is a Tuesday. The Low Income Energy Assistance Program. Still taking applications, and by the way, it's also known as the LEAP program. Still taking applications until the very last day of March, where DSS, they make payments. This is a federal program that's run by DSS locally. So, and if you're watching from another city, another county, check with your county social services because you probably have similar programs wherever it is that you live. Okay, so basically the way it works, the county, or rather DSS, they'll go ahead and they'll make $3, $4, or $500 payments, just one payment of $3, $4, or $500 on your behalf to catch you up with your heating bill, so that you won't have to worry about not having heat when you need it. It just started rain. I heard it approaching. So here on Cap Street, we're getting some rain. It's been real quiet. A fire truck did go by, but I think the recycling has been picked up. I don't even think the trash has been picked up. They might be curtailing their operations because of the weather, or they might be needed somewhere else. But let me continue. And if you hear about anything happening, yeah, put it in the comments. Um, so that is the Low Income Energy Assistance Program. And if you're not sure whether you are eligible or not, you think you might be low income, but you're not quite sure, um, go ahead and apply. There's several different ways. You can call, stop by DSS. You can go online, epass.nc.gov. Um, yeah, so several different ways to find out. And again, this is on the Word page. This is under the listing Durham County Department of Social Services. All right, let's see what else we have here. Now, the Durham County libraries are scheduled to be open. All of them are scheduled to be open tonight until 8 o'clock. And then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens at 10. Okay. And by the way, do I have this? Do I have Alert Durham? Let me scroll up here. If I don't have Alert Durham listed on the Word page, I'll have to add it. Um, I used to have it here. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait a minute. Let me check under Durham County, because Durham Alert is something that you might want to sign up for, because you get notices of street closings, flooding, weather, adverse weather, etc., etc. So let me just take a second, if you don't mind. Let me just slowly scroll down here, because I remember doing the write up. Let's see. It's called Alert. There it is. It's under Durham County Emergency Management. It's on the Word page. So you can sign up, you can register for Alert Durham. So this is where you can get notifications about severe weather, unexpected road closures, missing persons, and evacuations of buildings or neighborhoods. Sometimes there's like a gas leak or something like that. So when you do register, you can choose how you are alerted. So you can choose your mobile phone, your home phone, email, or text, and you can choose the order in which you receive notifications. So, for example, you can say, "I want to be text. I want you to send me a text first, and then make a phone call on my mobile phone." You might want that. So you can determine how you are alerted and the order in which you are alerted. So definitely check that out. And I signed up for it. So I got the alert this morning that Durham is under a tornado watch until 2 this afternoon. And tornado watch is nothing to be worried about seriously, because basically a watch only means that the temperature and the weather conditions might produce a tornado, or it might not. Tornado warning, though, that's different. That means somebody has seen a tornado, it has touched down, take cover. So right now we're under a tornado watch until 2, so a couple of more hours, and then we should be okay. Okay, let's see. Let me check with let's see. Yeah, let's check with Durham Tech. Now, there are no classes being offered today on campus. I shouldn't say on campus, because they're no longer on Durham Tech campus. They're downtown now. I forgot. They're at 701 West Main Street in the Chesterfield building, but they're not having any classes there today. So, what I like to do is to list classes that are being offered online, that are being offered by small business centers and community colleges across the entire state. They're all free, they're wonderful, they're free. These are one off classes that you can take if you want to be an entrepreneur, want to learn about business. So here's some classes today. Here's one from 4 until 5:30, crafting compelling proposals and developing budgets. That's something that every person thinking about starting a business probably needs to know what they're working with. That's going to be a good one. crafting compelling proposals, and developing budgets from 4 until 5:30. It's on Zoom, so I do have the link right there on the word page. Oh, here's another one from 6 until 7 tonight. Business photography for non-photographers. Okay, that's a good one. Here's one more from 6:30 until 8. Write, publish, profit, part 3. Self-publishing essentials. So if you want to put out your own publication, your own book, you can definitely learn how to do that. Now this is part 3, so if you missed parts 1 and 2, I would still say drop in anyway, because sometimes they can catch you up and you can ask questions because they're live. So you can ask a question or two if they mention something that you don't quite catch on to because you missed the first two. So you might want to check that out. It's going to be from 6:30 until 8. And that again is listed under Durham Technical Community College's Small Business Center. All right, and since we checked Durham Tech, let's check SCORE. SCORE is the Service Corps Retired Executives, where you can get mentors, people who have already run businesses. They know what it's all about. They can really guide you, give you some pointers, give you some advice, some resources. So let's see if they have anything going on today. Even if they don't have anything going on today, you can definitely still contact them and get a mentor. So let's see. Their next class is Wednesday. Okay. And that's going to be Amplify Your Why with AI. And that's artificial intelligence. Turn purpose into pipeline. Okay, sounds good. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Okay, let's go to the To Your Health page. There we are. So this is where we get to find out what's going on in the health area. There are some research and health and research studies that you might want to check out. I have at least 12 listed here where you can participate, help them with their programming, their apps, their services that they're kind of trying it out on people, and also they're doing research and just trying to figure out how to help others. So if you're interested in taking part in any of these research studies, then just read about them and get in contact with the person that's listed, and then check it out. They almost always show their appreciation by either giving you some money or a gift card to like a local store or online store. So definitely check it out. I've done so once this year. It was cool. Now, let me check for blood drives. You might not want to go out if it's raining, but I just want to see if there are any blood drives just to be looking. So, the American Red Cross, their next blood drive, oh, Wednesday, okay. Blood Connection, they do the same thing, save lives by using blood donations. Their next blood drive, oh, it's tomorrow. Okay. That's going to be tomorrow at the Museum of Life and Science, 433 West Murray Avenue. That's going to be tomorrow from 9:30 until 1:30, and that's Blood Connection. All right. Now, another thing I need to tell you about that's happening tomorrow is the Health Equipment Loan Program, also called HELP, and that is located at 4206 North Roxborough Street. This is where people with Project Access, which is a county program, they're there to accept donations that you might want to make of things you no longer need, things of self-transport, self-care, walkers, wheelchairs, canes, crutches, shower chairs, raised toilet seats, ramps, special tables or lap trays, anything to help people with injuries, disabilities, people who are elderly, people who need these items. So they're open 2 days a week. They're open on Tuesdays, 10 to 2, so they're open tomorrow at 4206 North Roxborough Street. And they're also open on Fridays from 1 until, let me make sure, from 1 until 5. So you can make these donations. But I didn't tell you what they do with these donations. So they disinfect and repair as necessary, and then they loan these items out to people who need them who maybe they can't afford them, because you might know if you've ever looked at wheelchairs at a medical center, they literally cost hundreds, so yeah, this is really great. You can borrow these items for 3 months at a time, which is super awesome. So check it out. Stop by. You don't have to give in order to receive. If you simply need something, just stop by. Just stop by tomorrow between 10 and 2, see what they have, and see if you can sign up and borrow one of these items. All right, now zipping up to the top of the page, clicking on the big health events button. Let's see if there are any events I can tell you about in the health area. Let's see, today's the 16th. Let's see. Is Kids Can today? Yes, Kids Can Tweens and Teens is today. Okay, so this is going to be, let's see, is it going to be virtual? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this one is, okay, so at least 4 times a month, the Kids Can and the Kids Can Tweens and Teens are like both virtual and in person, hybrid. So this tweens and teens is for young people between the ages of 11 and 18 whose parents or guardians have been diagnosed with cancer. So they get to meet other young people in their same situation. They can ask questions. Someone from Duke will be there. Well, if you go in person, of course, you're at Duke. I'll tell you the address in a second. But if you're virtual on Zoom, then yeah, somebody will be there from Duke, and they will be answering questions of the young people, sharing resources, helping them out. It's hard to deal with. And sometimes the parents or guardians, they don't know how to talk about cancer with their kids. It's difficult. It's difficult. So this is really helpful for the young people. They also have sessions for younger people between starting at age 4. This particular one, Kids Can Tweens and Teens, however, is for young ones between the ages of 11 and 18. If you're going in person, you go to the Duke Cancer Center, 20 Duke Medicine Circle. And they do have parking over there. You can park in their parking garage, get the ticket. I think they'll probably validate the ticket. I doubt if you'll have to pay. I shouldn't say that because I don't know for sure. But I do know that very often when people go for certain appointments and certain meetings and activities, that they can get their parking tickets validated, and then they don't have to pay for parking. So check into that. It's going to be tonight from 6:30 until 7:30. Now tomorrow between noon and 12:45, Duke is going to have an online meeting of mind-body approaches to coping with cancer. That's for anyone who has cancer, and that again is going to be from noon until 12:45 on Zoom. Oh, here's another meeting starting at noon. The Long-Term Care Community Support Group. They'll be meeting online from noon until 1:15 tomorrow, and that's also run by Duke, and is for people who have family members living in long-term care. All right. And I'm not going to go to the Senior Scope page to see what's happening at the Durham Center for City Life because they're closed today. So let's jump over to the Let's Go page. And all I'm going to be able to tell you while making these announcements is that these activities are scheduled for today. Because if we do get a bad storm, yeah, they might get rained out. So I'll just tell you what's scheduled for today. Now, the Parktown Food Hub, they will be distributing free groceries to people in need. Now, this one is by appointment only, and I do have the email that you can write to see if you can get in on this, because they're giving away food from 4:30 until 5:30 at Parkwood UMC Church. That's 5123 Revere Road. So definitely write to the Parktown Food Hub as parktownhub@gmail.com and see if you can get in on that so you can pick up some groceries today for your family. Now, the City of Durham Job Fair was going to be held today. It was going to be a big one. It's going to be held at Holton at 5. They had lots of openings, part and full time, or part time or full time. For also for the summer programs, like the day camps and the different activities. And of course, they need lifeguards, of course. So even though the job fair has been canceled due to weather, I do have a link. Still, go ahead, click on that link, look at the job openings, and you can go ahead and you can still apply on your own. Or you might want to wait for the rescheduled job fair. I'm sure they'll be holding it sometime in the next week. I'm sure. So if you're planning to go to Holton for the job fair, just know that it has been canceled. The City of Durham job fair is canceled. It will be rescheduled, but again, I have the link for you. Click on that link, see the job openings. It's good to get a sneak peek in advance, because you can, like I said, if you see something that you want to go for it. Don't wait for the job fair. Go for it now. And that's on the Let's Go page under today's date. Now, High Wire Brewing Durham at 800 Taylor Street in Golden Belt, they're scheduled to host the indoor disc golf putting league tonight, where you pay $6. You bring your own putters. They look like frisbees, but I guess they're fancier, and join in the fun from 6 until 10. The Hayti Heritage Center's Heritage Rhythms African dance class is usually scheduled for 6:30 to 8 at the Hayti, which is on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. So it goes on usually from 6:30 until 8. I hope that it does happen today. Again, if the weather is so terrible they can't hold it, then you just go next week. So the class fee is $10. And you might want to check their Facebook page or give them a quick call before you leave if it is raining, just to make sure. Now, this probably won't be happening. I know runners are tough, but the Crunk Club Durham's weekly Crank Arm Durham run usually starts at and returns to the Crank Arm Brewing Company at 620 Fernway Avenue from 6:30 until 10:30 on Mondays. You can choose either to run 3 or 5 miles. I don't know if you want to run in a thunderstorm. It's totally up to you, and I will leave it at that. Now, tomorrow morning, the Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division, they'll be holding rabies vaccination clinics all day, pretty much all day. They have morning sessions 9:30 until 11, and then afternoon 2 to 3:30. So if your pet is at least 4 months old, they should probably be vaccinated, because once they get rabies, it's over. And you don't want to get a scratch or a bite by an animal with rabies, because it's very painful. And if things are the same as they were when I was a kid, you have to get like more than a dozen shots. I don't know if that's still true, but anyway, you don't want to get rabies. So anyway, make that phone call. Got the number right there on the Let's Go page of the Durham Skywriter. And then when you come in, and you're coming in at 3005 Glen Road with your pet, and you're also bringing $10 cash, exact change per pet. There are some rules that you have to follow, so I suggest that you read the little post that I have on the Let's Go page, so you can follow the rules and everything will go real smooth. Hey, Malachi's here. Malachi is saying, where do you want me to meet you? Do you want to go out to lunch on Wednesday afternoon? I don't I don't know, because this is a really busy week. Uh, ooh, yeah, I don't know, Malachi. Uh, let's talk. Let's talk, because I'm not sure, because I'm really busy these days. But we'll talk to see if we can go out to lunch. Okay. Where was I? Oh, tomorrow. The East Regional Library, they host the Over 50 crowd. This is for people who are in the older set, so to speak. You can meet at the East Regional at 211 Lick Creek Lane from 10 until 11:30, and basically you're getting free coffee, free tea, you're chatting, you're hanging out with other older people, and it's a nice morning hangout. So if you want to check that out, that's tomorrow at the East Regional Library from 10 till 11:30, the Over 50 crowd. Now, the grocery giveaway is tomorrow at New Visions of Africa restaurant, 1306 Fayetteville Street, starting at 12:30. Bring a strong bag or a rollaway cart if you can, because sometimes they give away almost too much food. So they're served by the 5 and the 5K bus. And you can park in the W.D. Hill parking lot if you're driving. They don't mind at all because they're next door neighbors. And I'm going to give a big shout out to Kasib Abdullah and his crew because the annual Ramadan community, what's it called? The uh, the Ramadan, what was it? The community outreach dinner, right? They have it every Ramadan, and it was this past Friday. It was wonderful. Oh my goodness, it really was excellent. They had nonprofits there, and of course, great food. It was free. They had music. We didn't get the jazz that I thought we were going to get, but that's okay because the DJ did a good job, played some nice music, and it was just great. It was really, really nice. They had a beautiful call to prayer. They explained what Ramadan is all about. And it's not like they were proselytizing, trying to get us to become Muslim. Or it wasn't like that. It was a Muslim organization reaching out to the community, offering information and great food and fellowship. It was wonderful. So if you missed it, you got to go next year. Okay, I think that is pretty much it. Yes, it is. So let's check the weather because, like I said, no school, no Durham Center for Senior Life today because of the impending weather. So let's check the weather right now. Let's see what it says now. So we're still under a tornado watch until 2. Okay. So right now, even though it's 72 degrees, it feels like it's 66. And it's probably because it's raining. So the high today is 72. That's it. Okay. So it says rain for the next hour. Let me look ahead. So, wow, rain all day. Let's see. So 100% chance of rain at 1. And then it doesn't go below 65. So it doesn't go below 65% until 9 o'clock tonight. So I think we're going to get a pretty much just a wet afternoon. So totally. Now I don't see thunderstorms. I just see rain. So tomorrow, 46. What happened? What? Okay, 46. High of 46 tomorrow, but it will be sunny. Isn't that wild? Now, if you were here or if you're watching the replay, you'll notice that I mentioned Ryan Hall Y'all, the best meteorologist on YouTube. So he was saying how in Birmingham it was 80 degrees and then a couple hours later it's snowing. That's wild. So anyway, so it's not quite that bad here. We're not getting snow. But yes, 72 right now. We've already reached the high for the day, and then tomorrow 46. I guess I'll have to bring out my winter jacket. I thought I had put it up for the year, but I guess not. So looking ahead to the rest of the week to see Wednesday 44, Thursday back up to 61, nice. Friday first, isn't Friday the first day of spring? It is. Okay. Okay, so Friday 67. Okay, first day. Saturday back up to 74. Sunday 79. That's more like it. See, that's it right there. Let me check my other weather app real quick because I just want to cover all the bases because we're supposed to get, these storms and whatnot. So let's see. So my other weather app says storms continuing through 6 p.m. Okay, and it does say we're under a tornado watch until 2. So they're not saying just rain, they're saying storms continuing through 6 p.m. Okay, tornado watch is in effect. Severe storm threat. Prepare to take shelter if necessary. Today's outlook, there's a very likely risk of severe weather. That's why there's no school today. That's why the senior center is closed. Okay. Okay. And it does show thunderstorms. Okay. So this app for Durham is showing actual thunderstorms at 1 and another thunderstorm at 3 with very high winds at 5 and also at 7. Wow. Okay. You have been warned. That's all. I'm not going anywhere today. I am definitely staying indoor. The only time I'm going out is to retrieve my garbage can from the street, and that's it. Oops, something fell. Oops. That is it for today's show. I do hope that you have a wonderful afternoon. Stay safe. Might as well stay inside. Stay dry, and all those good things. I'll see you tomorrow. Let me check. Let me check for the week to see if I'm live all this week. Yeah, okay. I am live all this week. So at noon, you can count on seeing me doing Bull City Hangout. And if you want to join me on camera, you can definitely do so. There's a different link every day listed on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. So if you want to join me on camera and promote your business, your special event, or whatever, that would be awesome. I would love that. So with that, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Don't forget to read the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. Ciao for now.